Hello, this is Corey Torzak.
This is Regina.
And we're going to talk about the Skyhook case, but first, Regina.
Say a prayer.
Yeah.
Dear Heavenly Father, everything we put this day, please bless that the Spirit would be with us when we discuss the case, and please help us understand clearly, and please bless that we'll be able to use in our future career. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
I just came across a quote, and it was, when you're making your decisions in life, make sure they're geared towards the light of Christ. So I thought that was really important, especially right now in my life. Decisions are really hard right now, and it's just really the one common thing that I've experienced during all of this hardship is that I'm always able to feel comforted by Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ. And I just would like to say that that quote is really important to keep in mind and to keep things into perspective, that we do need to return to Him one day, and that we should always look to be the best that we can be to be with Him. All right, let's get down to it. Discuss as a group what grade would you give Morgan, aka Ted, for how he pursued Skyhook and why. I feel like he did a good job with implementing the business model for the startup. And he was able to raise funds, and he was able to go through competitions to make his idea more viable.
I think he's like really driven. He came from a family that started their own businesses, and he felt like that's where he needs to be. I don't know. He was like 35 when he graduated and had no money, and he gave
it all up. That was crazy.
Gave everything to start his own business. So that's crazy. It's
huge dedication. Yeah. And he was sleeping on someone's couch, I think, or they were stealing Wi-Fi. And I was like, what? Ghetto. I was like, wow. Seriously?
It was his friend's attic that has no heater.
I know.
And they were stealing the neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh, that was
so
really
funny.
But
But they literally gave up everything for this company. So I was just saying when we read at the cases, passion is the most important thing when you start a business, and that just shows how passionate he is with his this Skyhook.
So an A.
Yeah.
An A. Good job. Skyhook developed a pretty good technology that has gotten lots of positive feedback, but put yourself in the shoes of Ted Morgan. Why the lack of sales? I also didn't really know why he did that, but I know he wanted to target the bigger companies to help get more funds for theirs and have them use the service, like Apple. I don't know why he didn't do.
Well,
I think he was just thinking of the bigger picture instead.
I think they're big companies like Google. His competitions are huge, but he's just a startup company. When he raised the fund, when he raised the fund, all he could afford is doing it locally instead of national wide, because they said that one company did it and it took them about 100 to 200 millions to gather the data, gather locations, because it's 5 million miles for every street in the U.S. So I think he has a really limited resources, and therefore his product is not as great as the big companies, his competitions. So I think that's
the reason why he didn't do
he focused
small sales.
Yeah, he focused on smaller clients, taxi drivers and such.
Review the deals below and describe the proposed deal, outcome, and lessons learned. So I just found out that MSFT is short for Microsoft. Didn't know that. So I learned something new today. They had a negative outcome because Microsoft saw Skyhook as too much of a risk, and Microsoft only had 15 people on hand, and with Skyhook's technology, it would require 100 people, and so that was just not in their framework.
The proposal was like 300,000 for like upfront, and then additional fees for each service or something.
Yeah, they countered with a lower offer.
Yeah, like
and
low.
That's when Ted was like, I just knew it was done.
Yeah, like so they proposed. Skyhook proposed upfront fee of 300,000 and additional fee for every copy of Streets and Trips that ship with Skyhook's technology, and then Microsoft and counter with one-time payment, which is 100,000, and there should be no additional fee. So the deal was done.
For E911, that had a positive outcome. I can't remember which company that was for.
Oh yeah.
But they were able to negotiate and kind of understand
For Bain Capital.
Bain Capital. They were able to understand the needs.
Oh no, what?
It was like
from Bain Capital.
Okay. They were able to understand the needs of that company and work with them to help create the E911 to help their service better. So that was really good because they were able to. No, it doesn't. Yeah, they were able to work with each other. So that was a positive outcome.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Like, kind of piggyback ride on what they were doing. Because Bain Capital invested on, what is it, Bonach? And it's like a voice over internet protocol. And it says that it's lack of emergency response. So they offer like E99.
They were able to offer the value proposition for them specifically.
It was a great outcome.
It was really good. For Nokia, they had a negative outcome. The need that Skyhook offered was not very differentiated from what they already had. That's basically what I got from it.
What's interesting is that it says Nokia, the world's largest mobile phone manufacturer. That's so 2007. Oh gosh, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so it said the idea of paying for another location service after investing in Navtech was difficult for these managers to accept because they already had Navtech that kind of did the same thing. So they weren't going to pay extra. Who benefits from the technology? What problem does it solve? Who has this problem? Do the business decision makers in the companies above feel the pain that the solution solves? Okay, that was a lot. That was heavy right there. So Skyhook had pioneered an innovative. Skyhook had pioneered an innovative software system using the Wi-Fi to determine a user's location, and they were able to go indoors because GPS is not able to do that. And if users already had GPS, then it could enhance the GPS signal if it was weak. So who has this problem? A lot of people. I'm just kidding. Most people with electronic devices that need location. Do the business decision makers in the companies above feel the pain that the solution solves? I don't think they do. I don't know.
Because it doesn't happen to them.
Yeah.
I think that's like one thing that I read.
And like with Nokia, they already had that technology. So it's not as differentiated as it seems to other competitors. Which strategy option do you favor? This is weird. Okay, so local ads, sell the company, or persevere. What do you think they should do? Not local ads. That's kind of weird, right? Or do you think so?
I don't know. I mean, they haven't been working much on their
Marketing.
and sales. I think like they should establish a sales team. I think on the business
But
side,
if it's
they only
local
had,
ads, then isn't that just like...
yeah, limited themselves. Maybe like persevere and then improve on their marketing and sales team. Because I think like 13 of them are like engineers, and like only 2 has like deals with like marketing like business. And let's see. So 13 employees. I want to get exact number.
Yeah, I know I don't really remember very much about their marketing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I know they do need to do marketing, but if they do local ads, it seems like they would be limiting themselves and also only targeting like people that they're probably not interested in. Because they're looking for companies that they're interested in, and they're like pursuing them.
Okay, it says that with 13 employees in early 2007, the company had just 2 people in sales and business development, 2 in marketing, 1 person in research, 6 is engineers, and 1 is operations.
Only 1 is operations?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think
all the engineers do everything then. That's it.
Yeah, basically that's what he said. Like they, 1 person had like 5 jobs. Cause like it's so small, but like Microsoft is saying that like a company like this needs like 100 people to be working on this project. So
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
They need to expand their company.
But
I don't think if they
money.
sell the company, it would not benefit them, because just give the idea away. Because they could make this idea really good.
I don't know what their product.
They could just make the GPS better. That could be crazy good, you know? Like, that would be huge. 1 second.